it's Mamie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few books, actually two books that I've read so far this month in June. The first one is The Silent Wife by Carrie Fisher. This was the choice, the June choice for the group hashtag on the booktube shelf. I think it's on YouTube. I get it wrong every month. I'm pretty sure it's hashtag on the booktube shelf is the name of the group if you wanted to join. It's a bunch of gals, and I always love their choice of books, so the last few months I've been participating in this group, and it's been a lot of fun. So this is a book about a girl named Maggie, and she marries into this Italian family, and Maggie comes from a background of not so desired type lifestyle. It's not a bad lifestyle, but she has a child with a man who deserts her and the child. She's rather, I wouldn't say she's poor, but she and her mom have struggled financially in the past. So she doesn't have, a lot. She's a wonderful person, Maggie. She marries into this Italian family. She marries Nico, whose first wife died. So this is his second marriage. And then Nico has a brother, Massimo, who is like the good-looking, athletic build type guy, very competitive. I think he's wealthy. I'm pretty sure he's wealthy. He is married to Lara, who seems quite, she's kind of quiet, but kind of, reserved in her own way. This book is really good in the matter in a way where it's about family dynamics. It's about second marriages and stepchildren and in-laws and that whole dynamic of the family. It was really interesting. It touched on a lot of different aspects of that. I must say, the matriarch Anna. I'm from an Italian family, so it was kind of interesting to see how they're portrayed in this book, but in reality, Italian moms are not quite as, my Italian mother is not as rude and obnoxious as Anna was in this book, so I have to stick up for my Italian mother. My Italian mother is a lot more welcoming and loving, and she's just an angel compared to this lady in this book. But yeah, she was quite a pain in the fanny, this Anna in this book. She was very judgmental of her daughter-in-laws and very manipulative, and I couldn't stand to have a mother-in-law like her, but yeah, she was quite awful. So Maggie marries into this family. She marries Nico. Nico has a daughter. Oh, I can't remember her name now. But, the daughter lost her mother, so she's being difficult with her father remarrying another woman. Understandably so. And then Lara is married to Massimo, and you come across all these secrets that are happening. I don't want to do a spoiler, so I don't want to ruin it for you, but it was very good. I gave this book a 4 stars. Now, 4 stars. Now this, I believe this was published in the UK, and I do realize that, slang and spelling is different in the UK as it is here in the States. So a couple times, when, as I was reading this book, I thought to myself, I think she spelled that wrong, or I think, she used that word wrong in a sentence. Believe me, I'm not always grammatically correct myself. I get it. I'm not articulate by any sense of the imagination, but I think there were some differences in that. So if you're one of those people that can't stand, some editing issues or errors, then I just want to forewarn you about this book, because I found it throughout the entire book. I didn't find it annoying. I thought it was a great book. I thought it was very suspenseful because I had to find out what happened. There's so much that happens, but I don't want to give it away. If you want a nice women's fiction, I wouldn't say it's a light read because it touches on some issues, but it's quick, it's easy, it's really good. I had to keep reading to find out what was going to happen. That's how it was, kind of in a suspenseful way. It wasn't scary suspenseful, but it was interesting to find out what was going to happen. So I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I would read other books by Carrie Fisher if she has other ones out there. So I really enjoyed this book. Okay. The next was I read The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery. This is the author, as I'm sure you all know, the author of Anne and Green Gables series. This is, to my knowledge, a book for adults. I think the majority of her other books are for children, I think, but don't quote me on that. But anyways, this is a typical L.M. Montgomery with the magical, beautiful language that she uses, and her descriptions of nature were just so captivating and so charming. I think I had a smile on my face the whole time I was reading this, but if you liked Anne of Green Gables or Emily, the Emily series, then you're going to love this too. So you have to read this one too, because it's really good. It's about Valancy. I think her name is, you pronounce it Valancy. That's how I would pronounce it, but I'm not positive. But Valancy is a 29-year-old, 28 or 29. I know she's in her late 20s, and she lives at home with her mother and her aunt, and she's unmarried, so they call her a spinster. I mean, nowadays, when you're 28, 29, it's perfectly okay to not be married yet. And that's not very old, in my opinion, to be unmarried. But they consider her a spinster, and they actually, I wouldn't say it's real abusive the way they treat her, but it's very disrespectful the way that they treat her. In other words, you know, the mother is very controlling over Valancy. The mother makes her do things that she does not want to do. She, her life is pretty much structured as to what she has to do on a daily basis instead of just living her life as she wishes. She's basically living it according to what rules she's told to do by her uncles. She has a rich uncle that tells her what to do, whatever. The first half of the book, it was her being so submissive towards everyone. I wanted to like grab her and say, Valancy, come on, stick up for yourself. You don't have to do this. You don't have to live this way, you know, but of course, that's just me. And then she has like these, I'm not giving any spoilers because, you know, I don't want to do that, but she has like some heart palpitations or heart issues or something. So she goes to the doctor and she gets this diagnosis that changes her whole way of living. So that's all I want to say about it. I don't want to give anything else away, but it's wonderful. The second half of the book is just, I love the first half too, but she was, you know, submissive and meek and mild, and she would let everybody she was letting everyone rule her life, and then the second half of the book, she, you know, she lives it as she wishes, which I loved. But typical L.M. Montgomery, loved it. I gave this book 5 stars. I'm a huge fan of L.M. Montgomery, and I'm hoping to read the Anne of Green Gables series again. I read it as a child. I haven't read it since. So I'm still looking for an edition that I like, because I have, from my childhood, I have the Mass Market paperback in the 8 books of the series, and I hate Mass Market paperbacks, so I still have them from when I was a kid, so they're beat up and they're, you know, yellowing and whatever, but I just hate that size book, so I will not reread that size. So I'm trying to find a nice edition that is like trade paperback and, or, I mean, even hardcover I wouldn't mind having, but I've seen a few editions, but some of them are very expensive and some of them are pretty affordable. So I just gotta make a decision and get them so I can reread them. But I did watch, and I mentioned in another video, I did watch Anne with an E, about Anne of Green Gables on Netflix. And if you haven't watched that yet, and you're an Anne of Green Gables fan, you've gotta watch it because it's so adorable. Loved it. But these are 2 books that I wanted to share with today. Let me know if you've read these, or if you have any suggestions that you think I would enjoy reading after knowing that I love these 2 books. I hope you're well. I hope you're reading some good books. If you are, please leave me a comment below, as I love to read your comments and I like to respond. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.